Well, happy Juneteenth. I thought that I would be done making Shedeur Sanders videos until training camp, but alas, he is a news story again because he's a superstar and everything he does, the media is on it like white on rice. So, turns out, uh, our nephew, Shedeur, has a need for speed because not only did he get caught in Cleveland Tuesday in the wee hours of the morning, like 12:30 or something like that. Um, Earlier in June, first week in June, he also was stopped for speeding, but apparently the officer in that case, maybe let him off with a warning because we don't even know how fast he was going. No citation was given, but he was stopped and a record was made of that. And then, even before I found out about that first one earlier in June, I learned about an incident that was on their TV show when he was going to Colorado. Headed there after having played for Jackson State. He's on his way to Colorado some kind of way. I only heard about this. I didn't see it. He goes to Colorado, and on the way, he gets a ticket. It's on their show because tickets are normal for a person in their early 20s. So it's on their show. It's not like they're hiding it. But the fact that there's 3 episodes and 2 of them in June, so I'm sure that there were probably others in between that first encounter on the way to Colorado, in between coming to the NFL. But since he's been in the NFL and in June alone, he has been stopped for speeding twice. Now, I don't know about y'all. I have been going back and forth with people on social media because Shedeur is my nephew, as I say. My nephew Shedeur, I am a CU auntie. I'm arguing with people on the internet, and they have anyway. So while I'm battling with these people about the fact that young people speed, the fact remains that I don't want Shedeur speeding. I don't want him driving 100 miles an hour. I'm not okay with that because it's dangerous. And the more you do it, the more the chance of you being hurt in that situation. So, one thing I like about this, him being publicly disciplined, lashed, is that, yeah, probably your dad has told you to slow down. I know your girlfriend was speeding with you at the time, but maybe sometimes she tells you to slow down. Maybe sometimes you scare her. Maybe sometimes she thinks, I want you to be safe. I don't know what happened last night that caused her to be down with the nonsense and be doing it with you in a separate car. But I like that the public and the commentators, some of them, are coming down on him like a ton of bricks because I want him to stop. I want Shedeur to stay safe and be alive. So I'm happy about that part of it. Y'all keep coming at his ass because he is cognizant of his image, which is why when you see him on live stream and he has teammates with him and they're cursing, he's like, please don't curse on my live stream. He's trying to be what you guys want him to be. It's very difficult to be perfect. But that's what you guys want from Shedeur. You want him to be perfect, and he's trying. So I know that the public coming down on him, even though he'd be like, they hate and he doesn't pay attention, and of course he pays attention. That's why he's always mentioning it. And it does get to him. And he does do things to try to be better. So I think maybe he will try to be better as a result of people coming down on him like a ton of bricks. And not just haters. People who had his back are also like, no, nephew, speeding is one thing. You going 20 miles per hour over the speed limit, okay. We all do that every now and again. Not me, but I know other people do. But 40 over the speed limit, nephew, you can't do that, sweetie. That's not safe. That's the problem with that. That's the problem with that, is that it's not safe for you and other drivers on the road. And for you to be encouraging or guiding or whatever it was that your girlfriend, for y'all to be doing that together, no, nephew, you got to do better than that. And the reason being is that the spotlight is on you, Neff. And the world is yours. The world is yours right now. So if you could possibly conjure up the ability to live this squeaky clean life they want you to live publicly. Now, what you do behind the scenes is your business. But long as you ain't putting yourself in a position to have to mix it up with law enforcement. Okay? But whatever you do behind the scenes is your business. But publicly, if you can project that image that they want from you, the world is yours. You don't have an agent? I think you need one, because if you do everything that you're supposed to do, the endorsement money, I have said to others that I think you would be the first billionaire football player from endorsements. I think you can do it, Neff. But you gotta, I know it's hard. I know it's hard to appear to be perfect in public. But if you can do it, the sky's the limit for you. Look at LeBron. You are the football LeBron. I'm telling you, Neff, you can do it. So as much as it's a pain in the neck and you have a need for speed and you love going fast and your souped up vehicles, I understand, baby. You in your early 20s with expensive vehicles that's souped up. I know, but you can't do it, baby boy. You got to take it to the track. You are privileged, and not just because of your name, but definitely your name has its privileges. But the fact that you're an NFL player and your name, you can find a track to go to where it's more safe for you to drive high speeds. Do that. You don't need to do it on the highway, Neff. Do that and get that thing out of your system. Hopefully by the time your frontal lobe finishes developing, and go on with the rest of your life. And keep getting endorsements, and them wholesome ones. And, you know, I've been noticing that you have not been, I haven't seen any ads with you in the off season. You're that guy that could have ads in the off season. You don't need to only be having ads during football games. You're that guy. That's why I wish you had an agent. I like to think that they would know that you're that guy, that you can have year-round endorsement deals, ads being played right now, because they are on you like white on rice, nephew. So I'd like to see you, you know, if you can reel it in. I know it's hard in your early 20s and your brain isn't even developed yet. You're still practically a baby with Similac on your breath. But if you could conjure it up, daddy call you grown. If you can conjure up that grownness, the world is yours. But for you guys that's acting like it's the end of the world because this boy got a speeding ticket, get a life. But keep coming at him, because I want him to stop. Neff, I want you to stop going 100 miles an hour. It's dangerous, okay? But I understand. I was your age, and I've gone 100 more than once. I ain't never got no ticket for it. But I've done it more than once. And I've gotten 1 million tickets. And I think I was like 30 before I said, you know what? I'm tired of paying for these tickets. And that's what it was for me. It wasn't because I didn't feel unsafe. 100, you do be feeling kind of unsafe, or I do. When I get to 100 times that I've driven 100, I felt like, whew, I just know if I make one wrong turn, it's over for me. But I've sped, 20 miles an hour over the speed limit, plenty of times, and gotten tickets for that. But there came a point around 30 where I was like, I can't keep giving them my money for these tickets. It ain't worth it. So I learned to use cruise control around 30. And I haven't had a ticket in I don't know, 25 years. So you'll get there, Neth. But for now, don't feel too down on yourself. But don't feel too the fact that people are fighting for you, and I will always fight for you. Don't get too cocky with that, because you should not be going 100 miles an hour, okay? And you should not be encouraging your grown-ass girlfriend with her old ass to be going 100 miles an hour with you. And I don't know, what are your plans with this girl? Because you're on the LeBron path, like I said. So is this girl your wife? If she is, you're going to need to take her seriously. So when she says, baby, please slow down, let her say that. Don't be bullying her. I don't even know if this is true. I'm just saying, I don't know why this girl was going 100 miles an hour with him. The fact that she was makes me think either she's not wife material, or Shedeur has made her feel like she can't be comfortable saying, baby, please slow down. And she got to do it with him. If you're on that LeBron path where you're going to be a billionaire, and, I don't know, I don't even know if you having any homeboys that look like they on that path towards Clutch Sports capacity. So I won't even speak on that, because I ain't seen none of that from you. But if you're on that trajectory, take it seriously. Everybody has vices, but vices that put you in the sights of law enforcement are not going to work, Neff. What do you want? What do you want out of life? Do you just want QB1 and to continue to be reckless? Or do you want more and more and more and more, like your father been getting? He didn't go broke after his career was over. He kept getting more and more and more. Do you want that? Well, then you're going to have to act like it. And if that girl ain't wife material that you can respect to say slow down, or, be a helper in your life and not just a hanger-on, if she's not that, then you might need to consider getting rid of her. Okay? You might need to get rid of her. Otherwise, give her the power to be a wife, because you need it. Because you shouldn't be out there doing 100 miles per hour. And you shouldn't be getting caught twice in 1 month. And what's today's date? Like the 15th? We only 2 weeks into the month, and you done got to stop twice. No, Neff, you can't be doing that. So, I was not planning on going live. Posting content until training camp. But alas, my Neff has made me do it. I forgot to say at the beginning, please like, comment, and subscribe. I'm trying to build my little channel before football season, because during football season, I have multiple teams. You will learn. I'm not going to get into it right now. And I will be covering all of them. And so, please like, comment, and subscribe, so that when football season starts, you'll have the content at your fingertips. Thank you. Mwah.